Yo, what up? Oh man. Say hi to everybody. There's a lot of people that popped in here. Let's see. What's up, Rich? Boost, Smash, Drops, Moker, Isaac, Joe, long time no see. Good to see ya. Cat, Anbu, Joseph, and ads. What's up, dudes? Oh, my game just crashed. Nice. Right on time. We're off to a great start. I mean, I guess we'll see how fast I can get in there and how fast you guys can join up, but it's not looking good. I was trying to avoid Bathurst at night as the first race of the stream. Trying to get a little more warmed up before we try something like that. Alright, join quick then. Go, 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 go. Are we missing anybody? Yeah, you're not gonna make it, Mark. Yeah, we gotta go. Ooh, Moker just snuck in. Yeah, we gotta go. We ran out of time. I have no idea. Smash. I haven't looked at anything yet. Let me see something. We got something new in here? God, is my game... Why is my game freezing, bro? No? What are y'all talking about? New cars. Oh, and now all of you guys have crashed. Brilliant. Is it just Joseph and Joe? Bro, what do they do? Go through and make everything even worse? What are these PIs? Oh god, man. I'm scared now. Gross, bro. Nah, that's not the OG PI. That's like some... I don't know what that is. I mean, I believe you that they feel good, but like, what? What Porsche are y'all talking about, bro? This? Or this? I'm assuming the GT3R. Is that gonna be in GT3? I'm assuming? What's up, Superfly? Are there any cool designs? I'm assuming, does Clamcott have one yet? I haven't seen Clamp God in a minute, bro. I kind of like that, actually. Just keep looking here a little bit more. I think I like that other one. I think I like this one. This one looks cool. Hey, you know what, Scythe? I'm not gonna complain about that though, because what they've done in the past is they've said, here's a new car, now wait a whole week before you can use it. Instead of here's a new car, you can use it in a couple days with reset. I'll never rock a Red Bull livery, bro. Ain't no way. What now? Oh, cool. Okay. What's up, Nick? Let me ask y'all this. Would y'all prefer to hop into a private lobby so that we can, like, use that Porsche and, like, try it out, practice with it? Yeah? Down for that? Okay. Well, let's do a private lobby then. I will... Actually, I should probably have an event we could do. What do y'all think a good track is to, like, really push it? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna kind of make it like a free, like this. You can use whatever tune you want, Boost. You don't have to. Spa, Nerb, Nord, Yas, Kyalami. I'm assuming Harmony is supposed to be Hockenheimring. I'll be honest, I was debating between Suzuka, Watkins, and Watkins, Suzuka, and Spa. So, of those three, Watkins, Suzuka, or Spa. See, I feel like Suzuka is a good one because it's like, it's got some long straights to test the, you know, acceleration and top speed. It's got a ton of corners going, you know, all which kinds of ways, all different kinds of corners. I see one Suzuka and one Watkins. And I'm voting Suzuka, so... Okay, so now we have two Suzukas, one Watkins. Or two Watkins. Two Suzukas, two Watkins. You know what? I'm just gonna make a poll since it's a private lobby and we're not in a rush. What's up, Justin? Doing alright, dude, are you? Suzuka's winning with 12 votes right now. What's up, Tyler? We're gonna do a private lobby on one of the tracks above if you want to vote. I mean, you can drive whatever you want, test the new BOPs of stuff, you know, try out the new Porsche, whatever. So, and it's not gonna be racing. It's just gonna be a you know, like free practice type thing, so that you can, you know, like actually test stuff and whatever. How you doing, Nick? I know you said evening. I thought I said what's up, Nick, but I'm not sure if I did. If I didn't, my bad. Alright. If y'all haven't voted on the poll yet, make sure you do that. Yeah, we're about to have a Porsche Cup Series whenever GT3 rolls around, bro. Everybody's gonna be using it. I mean, if y'all think Watkins is a better testing ground than Suzuka, I guess we'll do Watkins. Or I could just say this is a dictatorship and not a democracy and pick Suzuka because I feel like it. I don't know what y'all think about that, but... Alright. Looks like most people who are gonna vote have voted, so... we'll go to Watkins. I agree, Joe. That's why I think this is... yeah. You know what? We're gonna do Suzuka. Y'all will be alright. We're gonna make it a meetup. What's up, Chronic? Full circuit, afternoon, 100% track rubber, clear conditions. Do they still have one called GT Spec, or it's just, it's all separated? Lame. Alright, we'll do any 800 to whatever. I mean, there can't be one higher than like 850, right? Surely not. Use whatever you want there. This doesn't matter, really. It's not really gonna be a race, so that shouldn't matter. That's all good. Alright. Hey, what's up, Convoy? I appreciate you stopping in, dude. Hope you have a good night. Oh, should I lower the tire wear? I can do that when we get in here. That's not a problem. That way we can just, like, keep going. Alright, here we go. Try this new Porsche out. My game is constantly freezing. Like, what the hell? Do something. Holy crap, bro. I can't do anything. Time scale. Where is... Senate rules? There. I'll put it on 1x, that way we don't have to worry about it. Alternator 09. I have no idea who that is, bro. You want me to turn off fuel too? That worked. Yep. Alright, let's try this thing out. Come on, game. I guess we'll load in eventually. Get off the grass, bro. I have no idea how to drive the Porsche cars, dude. Like, none of them. Yeah, like always wants to kick out. Who's Brown HBL? Say something in the chat or get kicked, my guy. Yeah, it's the Porsche GT3 R or whatever. We'll be able to use it in a couple of days, I believe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? It's a private lobby, Superfly. You can just join up. Who's Captain Slow? Who are all these people joining, bro? You can buy it. Everybody has it. Bro, who are these people? I don't know you. Go away. I don't know who you are either. Go away. I feel like I'm freaking drifting, dude. Like, with the way this thing drives, I bet you'd be a sick drift car. I can't drive them either, Chronic. I'm trying to do that, Fox, but I keep spawning in front of the fastest people in the lobby. It'd be cool if I could, not. First I'm in front of, Tyler, and then I'm in front of Joe. Not people I should be in front of, bro. Way too fast. Game seems to be having some problems today. There we go. Oh God, now who am I in front of? turn. Jesus. No, Cat, I had to click the update button. So bad, bro. I just can't drive this thing. I don't think the car sucks. I mean, Joe ran a 159. It's obviously fast. I just can't freaking drive it. It's a skill issue. I bet you Legend is gonna be absolutely insane in this thing. After all his Porsche practice, he's gonna be bonkers, dude. It's like he's already insanely fast, and now he's getting a brand new crazy version of what he's already super good at driving. My daughter's calling, hang on, guys. Okay. I wish I could skip lap in here, dude. I mean, I guess I can by doing this. Yeah, this should be in GT3. Hoppers, Superfly. What's up, Craig? See, Joe, my thing is I want off-throttle rotation without being a drift car. I have no idea how to do that or if it's even possible in this thing, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. As much off-throttle rotation as possible, and then, you know, but without drifting. I'll try your other tune. No, don't do that. Do this. Let's see. There we go. It's number 2. I'll try this one. I don't use any assists supercar. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Whoa. Bro, what was that lag? That was crazy. It's like I went into slow motion for a second. Yeah, it's definitely a hard car to drive drops. I mean, I like it better than the other Porsches for sure, but it's still not easy to drive, that's for sure. Alright, Craig. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I just can't drive Porsches, man. I'm trying, but I'm just all over the place. Let's check out some of these other BOPs and see what we think. Try the GT. That's what I'm saying, it's Tokyo Drift Machine Superfly. let's try the Ford GT. See if how the BOP changes are for this. Whoa. No, Porsches are rear-engined. Like, the engine sits behind the rear axle. That's why it's so drifty, is because all the weight is literally at the very back. Well, I was a second faster in it than I was in the Porsche, so that's something. Well, rip, that was a really good lap. If you want to play with me later, Justin, make sure you start your character in the current active league called Dawn of the Hunt. And then whenever I get on earlier, if you've surpassed me, great, you can carry me. If not, I can carry you. If we're in the same spot, we'll help each other. Whoever I was playing with, was it Isaac I was playing with last night? I did beat that boss. It was way easier when he had less HP when I was by myself. So I would, I don't know, you might struggle because you weren't doing very much damage with the Huntress. But I did beat him. So I'm gonna assume that you can also. Okay. Are you doing the league, like the current league? Or did you just do standard league? Alright, so the Ford feels pretty good. I can confirm that. They changed, doesn't look like they changed the Bentley or the BMWs. Those all look the same, right? No, it was 820 when I picked it originally. You did Dawn of the Hunt. Okay, cool. You picked the Huntress too? I mean, from what it looks like, it can be really strong. But, like, that it doesn't start out very strong. Bro, what is happening? Yes, I did beat it. Bruh. Not really. My gear is still kind of crap, because I'm still broke. Like, I can't gamble on, like, rings or amulets or anything. Why won't Toge's tune show up?
This is the future.
There it goes. So they changed the Ford?
Evolution. This is the future.
Because this tune looks identical to it being stock.
Evolution.
Or identical to however it was. Whatever this 820 Pi is. Somebody has to have made one, bro. I mean, this tune was made yesterday. Today. All track arrow tune. Bro, if you put arrow on the rear, do you think this is worth trying, or should I just wait for someone I know is a good tuner? But I mean, yeah, it's how is it the same? Everything about the old BOP, at least on this page, and the new BOP is the same.
This is the future.
Like, whether I do an old tune, like this one from July of last year, nothing has changed. Like, the weight's the same, tire width is the same, weight distribution's the same, PI is the same, horsepower is the same. So, I mean, what did they do? Just give it like a shadow power buff, or how can it be better if everything's the same? That's what I'm struggling to understand. I mean this genuinely, because I'm trying to understand what they did. And from what I can tell, they didn't do anything. I have no idea, dude. And then the Viper was... This is supposed to be 808, right? Wait, so they made the Ford GT worse, but people are saying that it feels better? This guy's tune. I drive the Viper a lot in GT2, so I should be able to tell if it's better or worse. A 100, Joe. I was basically on pace with that GT time I just ran, and apparently that GT time I just ran was in the old spec, like the 832 spec, so Viper's pretty good, it seems like. What else did they update? What other cars did they update? Did they buff the C8? Or was it always 821 Pi? Pretty sure these two are exactly the same. This one I think is the same. This I think is the same. these two look the same. I don't know, dude. Actually, let me look at the GT3s. Did they change anything about the GT3s? Or are those all the same? Still 830, still 826, still 822, 827, 833. Yeah, I mean, these all look the same, bro. I guess it's because of the tunes I have on there. So I guess we won't really know what BOP changes they made until the update's done. I don't know. Alright, you guys want to go do a couple public hoppers? Yeah. But how do we know the AMG feels weird? I mean, we don't even know what the new BOP for it is, do we? We got Sebring. Or we could wait half an hour and then do 20-minute races. It's up to y'all. Do a 30-minute Sebring race. And miss out on Spa. Or... Alright, Moker, have a good night, dude. So what do y'all want to do though? Do y'all want to do something and wait for Spa? Or do you want to do the 30-minute race and then go straight to Suzuka? If you only got time for one, Joe, then I guess we need to hop into Sebring. Is this everybody that wants to race? Yo, what's up, Invalid? Yeah, no worries, Mark. Boost, are you still here? Are you joining for actual racing or what? Nah, you're good, Joe. We'll jump into Sebring. Alright.
My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from myself, to hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta change your name, Invalid, to Smurf. OG Smurf. Oops. Hello. It's always comforting when the game freezes for 4 or 5, 6 seconds at a time that time. 4 the first time. Hopefully they didn't break matchmaking again, dude. Oh my god, now what?
lose control. There's a fire in my bones. My sight gets blurry, pushing back the tears. Should take a leap of faith and face my fear. I blame it on the voices that are in my head.
They really don't want me to play the game today, dudes.
Never be put to bed.
Try relaunching it.
I am close to reaching my wit's end. Holding
Do you think, Boost?
about to blow it up.
It's only the second time in an hour. And let me go ahead and mention this too. Both times were when we were trying to load into a public lobby. So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Cat, is like, how am I supposed to play the game if it won't let me join a game? Like, I could host a private lobby, no problem, but apparently I can't connect to the servers to do an online race. And I don't know why. Might be going to play PoE with Justin and potentially Isaac sooner than I was expecting if this keeps acting up. I'll tell y'all what, man. If I get kicked again, like if I get DC'd again, trying to get into a public lobby, I'm gonna give up on Forza for the day. Is this everybody? Also meant, dude, what's this? Man, the game just froze for 8 seconds, bro. 8. Not even have time for that many laps, dude. Holy brakes, bro. Yeah, the brakes on this are definitely worse. Holy crap. I've driven this car a lot. I can guarantee you that they nerfed the brakes. Whether that's by the weight that they added or like just resetting the brakes to stock that had better brakes before, I don't know, but yeah, the brakes are bad, dude. They're really bad. Inherited. God, I hate that crap, dude. I didn't gain any time through the final corner. Shouldn't be a dirty lap. Apparently they're much slower, because if Joe is only running a 204, they nerfed the crap out of these, bro. Turn car, holy Jesus. I'm not surprised, Joe. I keep getting kicked out. Like, this is the first time this is the longest I've been in a public lobby since we tried to start racing. It's gonna take a minute to get used to these brakes, bro. On booze lagging. They increase the tire wear? Almost 40% after 2 laps? Does anybody know if they messed with tire wear at all? I don't know, dude. I felt like my tires wore out super fast. Maybe I was on... Maybe I did... I don't know why, though. It said... Whatever. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's good, Tyler. Yeah, no boost. Hey, what's up, Keith? It's been a minute, dude. I mean, they fixed it so that you can play with a party and, like, random people will still spawn in, so that's better. You fixed your tune issue, Smash? What's up, Neo? Me too, Neo. Me too. This is the first race I've been able to do, Neo. We tried to join a race, I got disconnected, and by the time I got reconnected and everybody got back into the party, that race had passed. Then we decided to go into a private lobby to test the new Porsche that's going to be in GT3. Then we tried to load into this race and I got DC'd again. But here we are. Definitely something. Sounds good, Neo. Look who it is. The same person we're always like neck and neck with, whether it be time, in the race. Guy diving up the inside and then just pushing straight through wide. Not ideal. It's not an M4. But yeah. Got stuck behind a battle, and then that guy took that super weird line, and now I'm back in a bunch of traffic. Not the way I was hoping things would go. What's up, Lejon? Oh, why is it not turning, bro? Yeah, I agree, Keith. Viper's a cool car. Yeah, this is the first race I've gotten to do in the last hour and a half, Lejon. I don't know, Keith, I mostly share that with people who ask, especially about NASCAR. Like, anytime someone comes in the stream or has, like, a question about how I'm smooth in NASCAR, like, on a comment on a video or whatever, I'll be like, yo, show up to a stream and I'll show you exactly what I do. Because, I mean, if I make a video about it, it's gonna be 3 seconds long, you know? Like, hey, check this out, you push your thumbstick up or down and then roll it in the direction you want to go. You know? Server problems. You're good, Lejon. Did you look up those controller settings I told you about, Keith? If not, go check out Hoki Hoshi's. He has like a settings and tips video or something for Motorsport that he put out like not long after it came out. And if you use his dead zones and stuff, I mean, that's what I use. Jeez. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, I mess up the last corner on every lap, Isaac, so I know what you mean. No, medium, soft, soft. Six, 4, and 4. Yep, this group of 3, dude, me, Isaac, and Drops, we're all pretty evenly matched. I think both of them might be a hair faster, but like, well, I don't know about Drops, because me and Drops seem to run the same times, like down to the 100th on most tracks, which is insane to think about. I used to be pretty even with Anbu, but then he got, like, faster. I feel like I've stayed basically the same the entire time I've played this game. I've never been a massive fan of the Aston boost. Devourer? I don't know who that is. Oh, the giant worm thing, yeah. What was that? Did y'all hear that noise? It's all twisted. Yeah, GG.
I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
I don't know, Joe. Yeah, that was a nice race, Drops. And I mean, look at... Our times are still super close, bro. Like, we're within 2/10. 10th and a half. I guess 2/10, 2.5 tenths, whatever. That's still crazy. And then Onbu's right there. That was a good race, dude. Everybody was clean, nobody was crazy. I don't, bro. Or all these driver suits. I don't care. Alright, Joe. Take it easy, dude. Hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow, too. Suzuka, I guess. Yay, nay. kind of leaning Hakone Watkins more than Suzuka Daytona. I like Suzuka, but I prefer Watkins over Daytona. I mean, these two are kind of the same for me. But I much prefer Watkins over Daytona. What do you guys think? So yeah, okay. So we have quite a few votes for Hakone to Watkins then. Is that how I'm reading this? I know Boost loves Watkins, so maybe he'll join for that. That's kind of where I'm at on Boo. Yeah, so I mean, I'm thinking that we do Hakone and then Watkins, because I think that suits more people's preference than Suzuka and Daytona. So that is what we will do with that. Well, yeah, no, but I mean, how people seem to wind up in no man's land a lot on Daytona. You know what I mean? Even if it's only by like a second or two, like gap, it's, you know, you can't catch up and stuff without draft unless your car is just faster. No, I don't think it did. I think it just said NASCAR Spec Series, but... Hey, what's up, Anna Marie? It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're doing Hakone and then Watkins. That's... So, I mean, we gotta wait a little bit, but... A good call on you. Potentially Scythe, which would be cool. Like, I'd like to see some NASCARs from, like, back in the Dale Earnhardt days and stuff, so... Maybe that's what they're alluding to with this? I don't know, but... It's possible. It would make sense. Scythe. Well, here's the thing though, Anbu, you shouldn't remind yourself that softs exist because we're going into 20-minute races now, which means you're just gonna run medium the whole time. You're in the process of buying a house? Nice. Congratulations. Can be a stressful process, but once you get settled in, it's, at least for me, it took, probably like a month of just like every time I would come home, I was like, dude, I have a house now, you know? Like, I'm out of an apartment. So that was awesome. So, enjoy it. Don't let it stress you out too much. When it's over, it's worth it. Yeah. Nah, bro, I can't make softs last 5 laps at Suzuka. I do medium soft at Suzuka, so I guess point taken. You can use softs. Hakone can be medium softs if you do 9 and 7, but dude, your 9th and 7th lap on your tires is gonna suck. It's gonna be so bad. I've tried it. I've lost positions because of it. You got your car, what do you mean, Neo? I can't drops. I mean, I guess I could, but I'll lose way too much time doing that. Oh, I like, if I'm gonna do softs, I like to do hard soft. Yeah, no, I know anime. I know, trust me. Like, it's, yeah. There's a lot to it. A lot going on, but it's worth it. When you get to the other side, it won't seem that bad. When you're in it, though, it's definitely super stressful, so. Nice, Neo. Is that what you've been trying to get? Or... or you were just looking for a car? Yeah, it's a nice car. But don't you live in Wisconsin? Wouldn't you have preferred a, like, an all-wheel drive car? Or is that all-wheel drive? Like for winter time and stuff? Front wheel drive works up there and all that snow? That's crazy, bro. I wouldn't be, I would not want to drive my car up there in snow and ice and whatever. No, thank you. My car is also front wheel drive. You like front wheel drive in the winter? I mean, I've never lived in a place where it snows and ices all crazy since I've been able to drive outside of... I take that back. I have, but I had a... It wasn't all-wheel drive, it was a 4x4. Ford Ranger. It's the first car I ever bought. First car, 1994. 4-liter V6, 4x4 Ford Ranger. Let me tell you, it was actually an okay car. But then I flooded it by off-roading and driving into water that was too deep. Whoops. I mean, I'll have to take y'all's Yankees' word for it, because I have no idea. Down here in Texas, we ain't got that problem. All that snow and ice. Just kidding. It's such an awful accent, bro. It's like ice picks in your ears. My apologies. That's why I don't like country music, bro. Because it's like they just put on these crazy fake accents, and just like there's nothing appealing about it. You know what I mean? And then they only talk about two things. It's either everything sucks, my life is over, or I'm at a party in a truck with some beer. Yeah, exactly, Scythe. I don't know yet, DJ. I can't drive. I can't drive the new Porsche. We tried it in a private lobby, and I love Porsche in real life, but I cannot drive one, especially in this game. I just can't. My tiny brain is incapable of registering do this and you'll be fast. I lived in Kentucky, Anna Marie, for about 3 years, I guess. Like, and like right next to Cincinnati. But like I said, I never really had to drive. Alright, we've been waiting for a long time. I think this is everybody. We're going in. Neighbor's dog won't shut up, bro. So if y'all hear little yips, it's those people. Little ankle biter. Oh, 804? They buffed this? Has this always been 806, or did they make this worse too?
Yeah, they made it a lot better on Assetto.
What the hell? Shut up. Why is that picking up audio? Quit freezing, game. Oh my god, come on. Thank you. It's frozen for like 6 seconds. There, I don't gotta worry about that anymore. Some random dude. Are y'all seeing this? 1826 to 1820. It's just, it freezes and then it's like, hey. Yeah, I don't understand why it keeps doing that. But it's like freezing for, you know, whatever. 6, 8 seconds at a time. It's weird. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. You were born in New York, Onbu? New York. Dude. Okay. Hello? The hell was that? I've never seen that before, dude. Over 3,000 hours spent in this game. That's the first time I've ever seen that. One of these times we load in, I will be able to do a lap. I promise. At some point. Well, maybe not if the game keeps freezing. Oh my god, there's nobody in front of us or behind us. Incredible. I botched the first corner super bad. Why does it keep freezing, dude? Are y'all seeing these stutters? Nah, dude, it's the game. It's just been freaking out. Like, all day. Like, it keeps stuttering or just straight up freezing for 6 to 8 seconds when I'm chilling in the menus or trying to do something like adjust fuel and tires or whatever. Another weird stutter right there, dude. What's up, Junior? What's up, Anthrax? I have no idea what to think, man. I mean, it seems okay. Tyler runs run lap and it runs one lap and he's a second faster than the next closest person. Good grief, man. Tires just fell off. Yeah, I got disconnected the first two races we tried to do. The first one, the game just turned off. Like, didn't say you got disconnected or anything. It just sent me back to Steam. The second time, it disconnected me back to the menus and said I was disconnected. And we tried the new Porsche in a private lobby. It's better than the other Porsches. Still a pain in the butt to drive. I mean, for me, I'm not good at driving the Porsche. Yeah, lots of freezing. See, it was just at 7:05 practice ends, and then it skipped down to 6:56. So, it's weird. Yeah, that's definitely what everybody wanted too, Anthrax. Everybody was definitely like, hey, these GT2 cars are a lot slower than they used to be. Can you make them even slower? Exciting stuff. Why is this showing 838 PI, bro? Is the M8 busted? Like, is this broken? Surely this isn't actually 838 PI, it's just like a visual bug, right? Okay. More difference doesn't have to be, more difference doesn't have to be, like, why not make each one a little bit faster? You know? Why are we slowing everything down all the time? That's what I don't get. There's been like constant nerfing of speed. What's up, presents? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying, Boost, is like... I don't know, man. Just seems weird. I mean, with the way they've had stuff balanced, if they haven't adjusted GT4 at all, the Jetta is the new fastest GT car, period. If they haven't touched the Jetta, it's faster than these. Maybe not in a straight line, but around a lap. They just keep making everything slower and slower, bro. I mean, not really. It feels like it's always felt just slower. Cars feel basically the same, from what I can tell. They're just slow. You know? Which I think is weird. I also think that their PIs are wacky. Like, why is this an 806 in the same category as this 838? Like, that's a massive PI difference, dude. And like, now they've nerfed this down to an 804. But then this is an 835. I can't even move. There we go. That's an 835. 838, like... Well, then what's the point in PI in general, dude? If it's totally pointless in hoppers, then what's the point? Well, then take them away in hoppers. Because that's just... doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, there are a few that are like that, Boost. I mean, the Viper is basically S-Class. The C7 is basically S-Class. This Porsche over here is basically S-Class. Like... That's what I'm saying, Boost. I don't know. I can't wait for the next update where they rebalance GT cars and make them even slower. Pretty soon, GT4 will be the fastest group. Well, then there's no purpose in it. If PI doesn't mean anything, there's no purpose in listing it here. But I definitely can't wait for the next BOP update. Maybe they'll cap out the GT2 cars at 150 miles an hour. Reduce the downforce on everything, nerf the power into the ground. Add a bunch of weight. Make the tires narrower. I mean, like, balance is cool, but when you have to make everything worse, that's not cool. I mean, like I've said, the positive is, you know, okay, cool, everything's balanced, but I mean, I don't like nerfs in any game, bro. But now Forza has nerfed the crap out of cars, and the other game I play most, Path of Exile 2, has nerfed the crap out of every build that used to be good, basically. So I'm just getting smacked in every game with a crap load of nerfs, and it sucks. It's not a good feeling. Oh, dude, that's every week GT2 comes up, I'm counting down the days to GT3. Oh, great. That probably means they all suck at handling like the M4 too. That'll be exciting. I'll reserve judgment, but I don't trust them. What do you mean content? The content's not gonna change just because the BOP changed. Still just racing the same game. And that's the other thing, man. Like, people come up, like, spend a bunch of time tuning cars and then they like wreck your tune. Like, I need you to hurry up and make another Viper tune so that I can use the one I've been using for a long time. Because now I'm using some random guy's tune and it's like, meh. I like yours much better. I mean, like, that's the thing, dude. I'm not upset with the VOP changes. I'm just upset that they keep making everything so much slower. And worse. Like, the brakes, for example, on the Viper are made out of paper mache. Bro, leave some room. I'm all the way over here to the right. Like, think about tissue paper that you stick in a gift bag. I think that's what the Viper's brakes are made out of. It still drives nice. The brakes are bad. Well, I mean, why didn't they start with that? Dude, please go. Holy moly. Well, we agree on one thing for sure, Anthrax. I mean, apparently anybody who liked the game before is in the minority now, Anthrax. But yeah, I guess if the whole goal, like, from the get-go was, like, to make them run more realistic times to real life, then, like, why didn't they just do that? You know? You keep having problems with PoE. See, I didn't have any problems with PoE. At least not last night. I know that there have been people having problems, but I haven't had any. It's crashing for you too, Justin? Freezing mid-fight? Are you guys on NVIDIA or AMD? I wonder if it has to do with, like, the brand of video card. Apparently that's what they're doing, Supercar. Apparently these changes are being created by people who don't work at Turn 10. They're being created by players. And Turn 10 is just like, okay, you guys think this is good, great, here we go. You're on Xbox, Justin? Weird. What do you mean that's not correct? That's what they did last time. Why wouldn't they do it again? Well, sure, they might not control the process, but they get to say, hey, here's what we think is balanced. And then Turn 10 is like, okay. That goes back to the incompetence. Well, I mean, of course they can't say something like that, bro. That would mean the cars feel good to drive. Or better to drive. And that is... Why would anybody want that? No, I'm not saying that. The guys that asked for balancing probably said, hey, give it wider tires so it feels nicer to drive. And Turn 10 probably said, nah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that whoever helped, you know, whatever players helped balance them are the ones who suck. I'm saying that Turn 10's idea of how best to balance things is what sucks. I'm also not saying that the changes suck. The cars feel basically the same, just slower. So, I mean, whatever changes they did make feel like they had a pretty minimal impact as far as how the car feels to drive. But, you know, like I said, just slower. So let me be clear on that. That I'm not saying the players who gave feedback are, you know, terrible. I am saying that Turn 10's options for those players to give feedback on don't appear to have been great. That's awesome, Lejon. That means that this game keeps freezing and has crashed a couple of times. Now that game is freezing and crashing. Man, what is the internet under attack? Like... I never race without full fuel. For that exact reason. Turn, please. Yeah, all of my games are on Steam, but Justin said that his game is acting up too, and he's on Xbox, so I don't think Steam is the culprit. I can picture turn 10 Anthrax telling those players, you got two options. We can balance it on our own, or you can have input. And then they said, here, try these. And then those players said, maybe we should try this? And turn 10 was like, get out of here. We were just kidding. You think you have input here? You don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did implement some of the players' feedback, but... Hello? Yeah, but that... To me, that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like... So you're just gonna make all the cars exactly the same speed in a straight line, and then what? Leave the rest of the characteristics the way they are? I'm not trying to be a downer either, I'm trying to understand how we got here. Because, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll ask again, and maybe the answer is what you said because they're incompetent, but like, isn't that the idea from the get-go? Like, shouldn't that have been like, hey, we're making a racing game, and we're gonna make a spec series. Maybe we should think about balancing the cars before we launch the game. But I guess not, because, I mean, they didn't even make sure that the track would stay loaded in at launch of the game. Or, you know, I mean, whatever other slew of a billion problems that they had at launch. So, I mean, if prioritizing the track existing throughout the whole race wasn't a thing, then I guess I can see why BOP changes weren't on the radar. I don't know what they were focused on building it, but... You want to know how to solve that problem, Anthrax? I can tell you. add new cars. You know, like cars that are currently racing. There's a novel idea. Or another alternative, although it's much too late for this now, would have been to launch the game with up-to-date cars. 6 years in development. They definitely had time to do that if they wanted to. But they didn't. So I really don't know what they did. What do you mean but money though, bro? I mean, like, if you're making a new game to completely reboot your company, not just your company is in Turn 10, but your company is in Microsoft's, like, most popular racing game, like, actual racing game, not Horizon. If you're gonna give the team 6 years to develop that, and you're gonna totally reboot the franchise, wouldn't you want it to come out as polished and great as possible? Like, wouldn't, like, it isn't, I don't understand how that wasn't an important thing, like how that wasn't a priority. Because, I mean, look what it's done to their game. If money was important, then they would have made a game that was good to keep players involved, you know, and active. But I don't know, man. There's a lot about this game that leaves me scratching my head and wondering why or what's going on, or, you know. Yeah, no, that sucks. Definitely sucks when you forget to do fuel. Looks like P7 is my finishing spot today. Yeah, Bill Gates doesn't even, like, isn't even really involved with Microsoft anymore, to be honest, Anthrax. I think dude sold most of his shares. He's definitely not the owner, you know, anymore. I don't know, dude. I'm really trying to understand the changes and what they're doing and why they're doing it. And a really good question, if you ask me, is what is the end game? Like, what is the ultimate goal? You know? Like, where do they want the game to be? And then do that. And then stop messing with it, you know? Get it where you want it, and then leave it alone. But, you know, first it was like, let's cut our car choice in half by separating the GT cars, and then, you know, a good race, Rooter. And then, you know, now, and make BOP changes at the same time, and now they're BOPing again. Like, I don't know. It's just weird, bro. Yeah, tire wear definitely feels different. That's why I was asking if they messed with the tire wear, because my tires seemed like they were wearing out faster at Sebring than before. They weren't almost the same though. Anthrax GT3 was faster. And I mean, GT2 and GT3, they're not that different, right? Well, the people on the forum are retarded. Alright, are you joining? That's what I'm saying. I don't... Are you joining, Anthrax? You ready to embrace these BOP updates? Alright. Let's do it. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, is it just like a few squeaky wheels on the forum that are like, we need this, we need that? Or is it like the majority of players are out here saying, man, we really should make GT2 cars worse. That's what I think will make the game better. Like, is that the majority of people, or is it just like a few people that are like, you know, whiny? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? That's not Kalos, is it? It is Kalos. He changed his name? There he is. Yep, we found Boost. And the game froze again. Okay, and it's unfrozen again. Hang on. Please pick different cars? Why? I didn't like driving the other cars before, and now they're slower. Evo is out, it just needs a lot of work, because companies don't launch finished games anymore, dude. Yeah, so I've heard. That's my question, Supercar. I think that game developers, like, and I know that this is really, really crazy to think about, okay? So stay with me. Stay with me. I think game developers should take a page out of From Software's book, okay? They make good games. They're super popular as a result of making good games. They don't launch games that are 10% finished and then make people wait 2 years for it to be a decent game. So, like, that goes for a lot of companies, not just Turn 10, a ton of companies. Blizzard, Activision, Ubisoft. Like, these companies are killing themselves, actually, like, because they don't know how to release a finished game, and it doesn't make sense. It's just like, you would make so much more money. Elden Ring is a perfect example. If you just made a good game, you know? And it's like I don't know. Well, yeah, but how many years did it take, Drops, for them to fix Cyberpunk? And that's what I mean. It's just like, you shouldn't... What was Forza's all-time peak player count on Steam, if anybody knows? Because my guess is it wasn't even like 100,000 people. That's peak all time, Hugo? 2,000? 5,000? Okay. So let's look at this. 4.5K. Okay. And what's the peak player count for Elden Ring all time? I'll give you a hint. It's over 700,000 people. I'll also mention that if you look at Rivals leaderboards, there are hundreds of thousands of players that bought this game. And the peak all-time count apparently was 4,500 on Steam. I'm not comparing the games, Isaac. I'm comparing the developers. And I absolutely can compare the developers. Alright, Lejon, have a good night. Oh, that was a line, bro. Holy crap. That was funny, Kalis. I'm not comparing Forza to Elden Ring, I'm comparing From Software to Turn 10. And the idea that when developers make good games, players not only buy them, but they spread like the news. Hey, this game is amazing, you should definitely buy it. And then more people buy it, you know? And what I don't understand is why a lot of developers don't have enough brain cells to recognize that. Don't swerve all over the road like a douchebag, dude. And then I won't do that. The Ferrari got buffed into a freaking roadblock, dude. Holy moly. Jesus. Only 6 seconds off of the next person. I'm gonna go with the latter on that one, Anthrax. If this was turn 10 in like the, you know, mid-2000s when they made Motorsport 4, that's a perfect example of them making a good game. So they definitely can. They are just actively choosing not to. That's the part that's frustrating. You can look at a lot of these developers, dude, and like games that they've made in the past, and you're like, that was a good game. And then, like, as time has gone on, they've just stopped, you know? I mean, what do you mean, what am I doing here? So my whole channel is based off of this game. Like, what am I gonna do? If I try other stuff, then, like... I feel like people are gonna go away. Potentially, but then what about all the people that, like, all the OGs, you know? Like, you guys that are here. Anthrax, Anbu, you know, Akash, Tony. I haven't seen Tony in a minute, but, you know, like, all of you guys that are here racing right now. Like, what do I, you know, I just tell you guys to get lost? Like, I can't do that, you know? Y'all are the ones who, like, helped this channel, and particularly the live streaming. So, like, I don't want to just be like, alright dudes, I'm not playing Forza anymore, peace out. You know? I feel like that would be kind of messed up. Well, I mean, is that what I think is happening, or is that what's been happening since the game launched, Anthrax? There's a question. Think about how many people were hyped for this game. And then think about how many YouTubers, like, and this was people making videos before I even made a channel. Think about how many YouTubers were like, this game is complete dog water. Don't waste your time, it's unplayable. Like, from the jump. Like, I mean, yes, the changes are nice, you know, it's wonderful that I can do a race without the track disappearing anymore, right? Like, that's great. But I'm not gonna pat you on the back for for doing what your game should have been doing since launch. You know, I'm not gonna give anybody credit for something that they should have done to begin with. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, great job, Turn 10, your updates are amazing. No. What I should be saying is, geez, Turn 10, why did it take you 7 years to get the game into a decent place, you know? Okay, dude, if you don't stop hitting me... Alright, Isaac. Take it easy, dude. I'm not saying I don't like this update. I don't understand this update. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. I don't understand the thought process. I don't understand the logic. I don't, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. A, what the current direction and goal is, and B, like, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna congratulate Turn 10 on doing something that they should have done, like, before the game even launched, you know. So, again, I'm not sitting here saying, God, this update is awful. I'm saying that I just don't get it. Just like I don't understand why the game launched in the state it did, you know? It's all a mystery that I'm trying to unravel, and I don't feel like I'm doing a very good job. That doesn't make any sense, Anthrax. That doesn't, you're not hearing what I'm saying, dude. And for some reason, it's offending you. Again, I don't think that, I don't think, yeah. So again, I don't think asking questions or saying that you don't understand something is whining, but if that's how you'd like to take it, feel free, my friend. That's fine with me. Okay. I didn't realize that. Well, yeah, I didn't say I'm not going to congratulate them for improving their game. What I'm saying is I'm not going to congratulate them for doing something that they should have done before launch. That's not something to congratulate them about. Like, there's a certain when I pay $70 for a game, I have a certain level of expectation for how that game is going to be, especially when it's been presented to me a certain way by the company who's making it. So, yeah, when I pay $70 for something and I get a tenth of the product on launch, I'm not going to congratulate them when they finally get around to giving me the other 90%. That's not whining. That's just logic. That's like, should make a ton of sense. If it doesn't, then I don't know how to make it make sense. But yeah, it was what it was, and now here we are a year and a half later, and it's in a spot that it's in the place it should have been at launch. That's all I'm saying. Right, it's a year and a half later, and now it's in the place that I paid $70 for. So now my question is, now that it's in the spot that it should have been in at launch, why, or what is the direction? Because, like, I feel like now it's in a spot where it should have been. So now where do we go from here? That's my question. I'm excited about Fujimi Kaido. I can't wait for that. That's a massive W update whenever it gets here. Like, that, I'm so pumped for Fujimi Kaido. So let me make it clear that there are things they're doing that I'm happy about, excited about, whatever you want to call it. There's other stuff that that they're doing that I'm like, okay, I don't know why you're doing that, but whatever. And then, there's other stuff that they're doing where I'm like, thank God, you finally, fixed that, or whatever, right? Whatever the issue was. I pre-ordered the game, Cypher. Because I've been a Forza fan forever, and they hadn't made one for 6 years, so when they announced it, I was like, pre-order, I'm buying that, because I've been a fan of Forza for a super long time, but, I'd like to know what the vision is. Like, maybe people on the forums could, like, make a forum post and say, hey, Turn 10, just out of curiosity, what's your plan for the future of this game? And what do you intend to do to bring players back, I mean, and I think that's a fair question. I don't know how that would be considered whining, but I mean, I think it's a fair question. What is your vision for the future of this game, and how do you, what do you plan to do to revive it? Yeah, I mean, I personally would have preferred they didn't make everything slower, but, at least they feel a little bit better to drive, so it's like a trade-off, I guess. I'm like, okay, GT2 feels a little bit less like I'm driving on ice, like it definitely feels grippier and just better to drive. But they're slower, and And I'll say that overall, that's a positive thing, right? Because now I can drive these without feeling like they're bad. Well, I mean, right. So, circle back to how come balance and stability weren't priorities from the jump? Again, I think that's a fair question. And when I say stability, I mean like general game stability, which I think that if you're honest with yourself is still in a questionable place. I think anybody who says that this game is perfectly stable is having a different experience than I am. Put it that way. Trying to be as diplomatic as possible here so that I don't make people all butthurt about it. Well, right, Anthrax, but am I gonna have to wait 6 years for the game to be in a place where they're ready for it to be? Oh, I mean, I do see the positives. The game is playable now. That's a huge positive. Imagine if they hadn't fixed that, you know? And that's my issue. That's my issue, Anthrax. That's what I don't understand is what is the point in 6 years of development if you're just gonna take 6 years to put the game where you want it anyway? You know? Again, it's not a complaint, it's a genuine question. Like, what was happening for 6 years? Because surely the product that launched was not 6 years worth of work. I refuse to believe that they could be that incompetent. You know? Well, whoever mismanaged this game should be fired and never be allowed to work in the gaming industry again. And that Asian guy who said built from the ground up, fired. Never hired to work in gaming again. Hopefully. Is it, Drops? Is that why I keep freezing when I'm just chilling in a menu? And why I keep getting disconnected, sometimes before a race even starts? It's the epitome of stability, for sure. What's up, Tony? Well, if they only have a handful of devs, then, you know, hire new ones. It's not like y'all are hurting for money. That's, well, you know. I don't even know what to say to your last comment, Anthrax. I think it speaks for itself. I agree with you, Isaac. That's definitely the type of system that No comment. No comment. There's nothing nice I can say about what you're telling me right now, Anthrax. Hey, who are you talking to, Neo? Dude, I saw a race here pop up earlier that was raining. I'd never seen a rain NASCAR race before, so I thought that was interesting. Well, alright. So then I'm not gonna say anything, because I don't want it to be taken as whining when really all I'm trying to do here is understand. That's all I'm trying to do. Now I have some understanding of why things are working the way they're working, which is good. Alright, Mark, have a good night, dude. Take it easy. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do Laguna with their 10-minute long pit stop. I don't think we should wait 20 minutes for Bathurst either. We do a TC race, I guess. Or an M3 race. What do y'all want to do? I mean, I'm doing GT, I'm just not doing these. I'm not doing Laguna or Hockenheim in the rain. I'll do Bathurst and Spa for sure. So those are the next two GT races I'll do. Well, I mean, but again, I'm not saying that it's like, okay, in part, yes. I was gonna say, in part, it is the devs as well. I understand that they have to work within constraints placed on them by whatever's above them. But I would also think, and maybe they have, okay, I'm not saying not saying they haven't. Okay. What I am saying is, at the most, or at the least, I hope that they have come together as a team, gone to whoever is above them that's making them like work this way, and said, the way you're making us work sucks. You know, let us do our thing, right? Yeah, I had some adventures, Anna Marie, but good job. I've never worked for a big company, Anthrax, so I was third on the totem pole at my last company. So talking to my boss was not a problem, and my boss was the owner. So no. You and who? Them? Boost is out too, I guess? Because wasn't he with y'all? Fem Racer, I didn't even know that they were in your party. Well, yeah, I was in the army, Anthrax. The government is atrocious. But that's every government. Alright, Boost. Have a good night, dude. Catch you next time. Tomorrow night, I guess. Alright, Cat. Take it easy, man. Have a good day. Down there in the upside down. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish we had more transparency, like more information. Fruitless, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just... Like, okay, are you familiar with Grinding Gear Games at all? The people who make Path of Exile and Path of Exile 2? And again, I'm comparing developers here, not games, okay? I don't blame you, Tony. Okay, so the way that they operate, and I really appreciate this. If I'm in the creator program, like we get all this news early, but you know. I have a different opinion than most people, I'll put it that way, if that isn't obvious. So me jumping into the Insiders program isn't going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. Well, and that's the thing, Anthrax, like the way that GGG works, Grinding Gear Games, is they will, like, they'll have a whole sit-down Q&A with, like, their director, or, like, I think they have 2 directors, so, like, with both of their directors, right? The dudes who are, like, making the decisions on where the game is headed. And they sit down and talk about it. Here's our thinking, here's our plan, here's what we're changing, here's what we're, you know what I mean? And they let the players know, like, you know what I mean? And even if we don't like the changes, because the changes they just made where they nerfed the crap out of everything, nobody really likes. But we knew it was coming. We knew what was about to happen. We had expectations, you know? And immediately, like, within the like a few hours, they made a post and they were like, we're seeing y'all's feedback, we're seeing, like, what's happening, and immediately pushed out a patch. But I don't think it's impossible for some developers to sit down, like some of the directors or developers to sit down and say, here's what the plan is. I feel like, I don't know. No, I agree, Hugo. And I know that right now their temporary fix is like more checkpoints so we could teleport around more, but yeah, I agree. More speed or shrink down the maps would be a good thing to do. And I mean, here's where I'm at with PoE 2, because I understand that it's still early access, right? Low damage. Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, because it's in early access, I get them trying to slow everything down so that the game isn't in the state that PoE 1 is before it even launches. EA went to crap a long time ago, bro. We all know that. EA is dead. And yes, you're right, Anthrax. Ubisoft, dead. Blizzard, dead. Riot Games, I don't even know. Hey, Stardust, how you doing? And I mean, Valve, I don't know any of their games that I've played, but you hope that we're wrong about EA? Or about PoE 2? Oh, about Battlefield? Well, yeah, I'm doing alright, Stardust. It's good to see you. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Again, I don't notice enough of a change in this update to really have a feeling one way or the other about whether it's good or bad. I just, generally speaking, am trying to get on the same page with regard to the vision. Well, I know, Anthrax, but that's part of the, that's, if I have a complaint, that's my complaint, is that devs don't do that. Most devs, right? Don't do that. That's my, if you take one complaint that I have away from this, it's that I do not like the way that game developers and companies operate anymore. That's what I'm saying. Minus From Software and GGG. Like, From Software, I think, makes great games. Grinding Gear Games, I think, is a great developer who understands what a community wants from the developers, right? From a communication and transparency standpoint. And see, Rockstar, I know that their games are hugely popular, particularly GTA. But I don't play GTA, so I don't really have any, I can't really, like, speak on that. No, Jesus, we're just running public lobbies. We ran a private lobby earlier to try the new GT3 Porsche, but no, we're just doing public lobbies now. Well, but see, Anthrax, and that's where I think that, like, I don't necessarily think that that's because they got too big, right? Like, Microsoft and Xbox, yes, those are massive, but the developer is like a tiny piece of the puzzle, you know? Even if the development team has 50 people, that's small. It shouldn't be hard to communicate and be transparent, and you know what I mean? Like that, out of a company like Microsoft with 200,000 employees or however many they have, right? Like 50 people is a drop in the bucket. It's really not that big. And, you know, I mean, I would assume that for the most part, the studio is contained within the studio and that it's not like the CEO of Microsoft telling them what they can and can't do, you know? Well, the devs shouldn't be following. I don't know, dude. Do you think the suits and ties are telling them you're not allowed to make forum posts to keep the community updated? Or you're not allowed to give people, like, I don't know, the plan? You're probably right, Isaac. You're probably right. And I'm not trying to be whiny, but I am gonna be critical. You know? Like, and I think that criticism, as long as it's not just like, you know, F you and your crap game and, you know, whatever, is okay to do. Especially when the game, to some extent, warrants it. For example, the constant disconnects and game crashes that a lot of people have been having, I think, is a legitimate concern / complaint. And that's something I've been experiencing firsthand. So it's not ideal, obviously. But okay, yes, that's called fiduciary duty, Hugo, and I understand fiduciary duty. However, what I don't understand is, and this harkens back to a point I made earlier and that I continue to make regarding game developers. What I don't understand is why a suit can't look at another game and its success and go, okay, so the thing that made this game successful is that it was like almost 100% developed, very polished, and ready for launch. Thus being a good game, thus bringing in more players, thus making more money. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just common sense. It's basic logic. Like, you want to make more money, make a better game. But it's like, now, you know, it's like, I don't know. Is that not logical? Like, am I wrong? Genuine question. Like, am I wrong that launching a polished and good game would make more money? Well, but here's the thing, gamers are waking up, bro. Like, on mass scale. Like, gamers are starting to be like, I'm not buying your crap product anymore. I'm not pre-ordering games anymore because I don't trust that it's gonna launch in a good state. Right? Like, which in turn hurts everybody who's trying to make money and the people who are trying to enjoy the game. So it's, I don't know, dude. It's just, it's weird. Having a business degree doesn't make you a good manager either, Anthrax. That's exactly what I'm saying, Hugo. I've already made up in my mind, I'm never buying a game developed by EA ever again. I don't care how good it is. I'm not buying it. EA has burned me too many times, taken too much of my money, and given me too much crap in return. So I will never be buying another EA game. I'll never be buying another COD game. Probably not going to be playing Battlefield, not because I think it will be bad, just because that's not for me. And unless Halo gets bought out by a studio that actually cares and makes it good again, I'll never be playing Halo again. That's what I'm saying, Hugo. I'll pre-order a FromSoft game, like, hell yeah, dude. I'll totally pre-order FromSoft and GGG. I mean, hell, GGG, I paid for early access because it's like, I saw, you know what I mean? Like, hey, this is a good game. Like, I can tell that this is a good game. And so I was like, and it's only $30? Like, hell yeah. And Blizzard and Ubisoft used to make good games, bro. They did. Like, you know what one of my favorite Ubisoft franchises of all time is? Splinter Cell. I loved Splinter Cell, bro. It was so good. So good. And then the longer they dragged that franchise out, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Splinter Cell was amazing. I never played any of the Max Payne games. I heard a lot of good things about them. I just never tried one. But yeah, dude, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There are a lot of things about the way that the world of gaming has changed that I find very disappointing. I think most people would agree with me on that. I mean, would y'all be interested in watching me play older games on stream? See, I did play San Andreas, I know that. You talking about bullet time like in Sniper Elite 4 or whatever, where like it like will zoom in on the bullet and like show it go and hit the dude, or what? I mean, I don't really have like... Here, I'll show you my 2 playlist. Okay, so 2 play. I still need to try this campaign. Because I've played the original game and I loved the campaign in that. Oh, dude, the Matrix game was cool. I don't know if y'all remember that on PS2. I liked that game. Alright, so I need to play Black Hawk Down campaign. I need to play Dark Souls for the first time. I've never played any of the Dark Souls or Sekiro. I played the crap out of Elden Ring. I loved it. And I've played a little bit of Armored Core, and it was a great game. It's not like specifically my style of game, but it was a great game, you know? And I can recognize that. And it's another example of a studio doing things the right way. You know, God of War, my problem with this game is I played it after Elden Ring. That's not the order you should play those games in. Going from open world to super linear. No, I did, Hugo. That was the problem. That's why I only played 5 hours, because I was already however far into Elden Ring, and I was like, this is just like a more linear, story-driven Elden Ring, you know? So it just wasn't as fun for me. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm sure it's a great game. It's not for me. Look what I did buy, though. Never played it. Ever. Not on a console, not on the computer, nothing. Never played it. How many of y'all would want to watch me play this? For the first time ever. Apparently all of us who haven't played it are missing out on like an incredible game. So I've heard enough positive things about it that I was like, dude, it's like $20 right now on Steam. So I went ahead and snagged it and was like, I'll get to it eventually. Just like with those FromSoft games I haven't tried yet, I'll get to it eventually. You would watch Red Dead Stardust? Yeah, I've never checked it out before, so I got kicked again. The stability of this game is incredibly impressive. I told y'all if I got kicked again, I'm done with Forza for the night. So I'm done with Forza for the night. Because it's really frustrating. In my old game list? What do you mean, Hugo? Like games that I've played? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it, Stardust, for sure. I'm definitely gonna try it. From like 2000 forward? Bro, I can't remember everything I played. 1 hour on this game before I'm hooked? That's a bold statement, dude. A, I'm not super into like Western stuff, and B, I'm not into like GTA style games. Even though I know that this isn't exactly GTA style, it's kind of in the same vein, right? Like from a overarching perspective. This guy is confident, bro. This guy is confident. Alright, let me check in real quick with you guys. How many of you out there have PoE 2 and would want to play it together right now? If anybody has it and is interested in playing it, I will play that with you now. If nobody wants to play anything, we'll probably just end stream and maybe tomorrow night after work, instead of Forza, I'll do Red Dead. What do you guys think? The thing that kind of turns me off about the newer GTAs is that I know a bunch of people like to go to like do these custom servers, right? Where like people are role playing like crazy. You didn't like the Diablo games back in the day either, Anthrax? Yeah, roleplay stuff drops. Yeah, I mean, this one I will say is a little bit different. I've never played League or Dota. I never cared about them, and I never even heard of them until I was like much older. So I was into like a bunch of other stuff, you know. I guess not, Isaac. I know there's at least one other person here that has it. I'm pretty sure Hugo has it. I guess he's gonna be playing Forza. Yeah, the reason I'm asking, guys, is because if nobody wants, like, Forza has kicked me out 3 times today. Or disconnected me 3 times today and crashed once, I think. So, alright, Anthrax, have a good night, dude. Catch you next time. Maybe tomorrow if you're around. I haven't had dinner yet or anything, though. Like, I basically worked, and then as soon as I was done with work, went live. So, I haven't been out of this chair much since, like 8:30 this morning. So 13 hours I've been in this room. So yeah. Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 was amazing. I really liked Underground and Underground 2 also. I don't know, guys. Well, I haven't been sitting the whole time but like most of that time, yeah. I give a lot of credit to this chair. I guess y'all can't really see it, but this chair is super comfy. That's the thing though, Ambu. I think it depends on the developer. I think that's kind of the discussion we were just having, right? Because it really depends on the developer. Because, I mean, Path of Exile 2 launched in early access and is still in early access, and it's a more polished game than 99% of new games that launch. Which is wild. But yeah, having not had any food and having been in this room for so long, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Have a good night, Stardust. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off to... Yeah, I played Need for Speed Most Wanted on PS2. That was my experience on PS2. And I guess so, Scythe. I guess so. Yeah, I didn't like the new Most Wanted either. I tried it and I was kind of like, this is not the same game. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, guys, and enjoy like 2 hours of me time before I have to go to bed and wake up again tomorrow to do this all over again. So not just streaming, but working all day and then streaming. So anyway, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.